Hi, everybody. It's Jim Carroll at Converge Digest and Next Gen Infra, and I am happy to be speaking today with Hafiz Lockman from Telekom Malaysia about GPU as a service. So, first, welcome, Hafiz. How are you?
I'm doing good, Jim. Thanks for having me.
So, before we begin, could you introduce yourself and your role at TM?
Sure. Thank you, Jim. My name is Hafiz Lockman. I'm the General Manager for International Sales and Partnership under TM Global. I'm based in San Francisco Bay Area. I lead our international efforts across multiple regions such as America, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and North Asia. So I work closely with regional telcos and global tech companies to connect them with a fast-growing ASEAN digital economy. TM Global is the international and wholesale arm of Telekom Malaysia, and we are at the forefront of building scalable, secure digital infrastructure, including data centers, subsequent activities, and now a GPU as a service to power AI innovation.
Fantastic. And speaking of that digital economy, of course, we're all aware of the big AI race that's going on now, and everybody's trying to get GPU capacity. And for those who have GPUs, GPU as a service seems like a fantastic idea. Tell us, why is TM interested in GPU as a service?
Right. As you had mentioned, Jim, AI adoption is skyrocketing, but the challenge is high performance GPUs are very expensive and hard to access, especially in the developing regions. And at TM, we believe that access to AI should be easy, secure, and scalable. So recognizing this challenge, so we introduced GPU as a service to solve this problem by providing on-demand, sovereign, and cost-effective AI compute power in Malaysia.
Okay, great. So we'd like to hear more about how it's being done. Tell us about the technical infrastructure that TM is deploying or supporting in order to have GPU as a service.
Sure. We try to approach this a bit differently compared to other cloud providers by leveraging our ready infrastructure within the region. For example, TM owns about more than 700,000 kilometers of fibers nationwide, coupled with about 160 CDN edge nodes within the region and tier 3 data centers within Malaysia. So with that, we are quite confident that we can provide a low latency, high security AI infrastructure to especially international customers that explore ASEAN is a new market to them. Then they wanted to experiment and deploy something quickly.
Okay. And what does the service look like and who's using it? Tell us about the market adoption trend.
Okay, TM launched our first sovereign GPU as a service in 2024 to empower, initially was built to empower local businesses in ASEAN and government agencies to be able to deploy AI quickly and securely. So we launched our GPU as a services just right after the announcement by our Prime Minister establishing nation AI office in which all the initiative will be going directly to him so that everything will be strategic and organized and reducing replications of initiative across the board. For Telekom Malaysia being a tier one telecom companies in Malaysia and having the vision to transform into a techco, right? And providing digital transformations, accelerating digital adoptions within Malaysia. So we believe in providing not just GPU as a service, but also AI digital workspace in which we provide a modular AI applications that runs on our GPU infrastructure to empower organizations to deploy services on healthcare diagnostics, for example, VR media, autonomous vehicles, and even smart cities.
So, Hafiz, tell us, how does this fit into TM's data center strategy and current deployments?
At TM, we always believe that Malaysia is well positioned, especially our southernmost states, Johor, to be able to grow significantly because it is located at the heart of ASEAN and close proximity to Singapore. And with the technological advancement, the last 5-10 years, we are seeing that the power density per rack keeps on increasing from typical 2 to 5 kilowatt per rack to 10 kilowatt to 15 kilowatt, and even with AI, which we never imagined before, it goes up much higher than even 80, 100, and up to 150 kilowatt based on the current Hopper and Blackwell architecture by NVIDIA. So we were the first to actually build our data center, to launch our data center in Johor, a twin core data center. We deployed the first one called IPDC, which stands for Iskandar Putri Data Centers in east side, west side of Johor, with 10 megawatt facility. And the demand the last couple of years has been skyrocketing. And then you can also see that the growth in Johor going from 2 or 3 data centers 10 years ago, and all of them are sub 10 megawatt facility. Now you can see about 47, almost 50 data centers. Some of them, maybe 12 is already operational. Some of them are under construction right now, and there'll be additional 20 probably being planned. We are seeing about the growth as of last year, about 1.5 gigawatt, under those 3 stages being deployed in Johor. So that's why for Telekom Malaysia, we do have 2 existing data centers. One is IPDC, the one I mentioned just now, and another one in Cyberjaya, near Kuala Lumpur, called KVDC, Klang Valley Data Center. So we maxed up our capacity in these 2 data centers. So now we are upgrading it, executing the phase 2 of the upgrade, which the capacity will be made ready by Q3 this year. And additionally, we also embark on the partnership with Sintel Nexera to deploy a 200 megawatt data center in Johor as well. And 64 megawatt will be made available by next year in 2026.
Excellent. That transformation into a techco must be a fantastic journey to be participating right there on the front line. So thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.